Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and Mr. Akwaya, EPG 421. I am Kalunda Lwale from Southern Islands, Aguerawe, in service year 2 on the YouTube presentation. I'll be presenting on the school library, which I took once as an extracurricular activity voluntarily, and it worked out very well. But then it was not the way that I was expected. Anyway, in 2021 to 2023, I taught in Ubeagro Technical High School in Kagwera district. And opposite of the building or the staff room was a stockroom full of thousands of books, fiction to non-fiction, small to big sizes, and all the other resource books for all the subjects were there uncovered or full of dust. In 2023, in the beginning of the first, I voluntarily decided to become a school librarian and set a team called Reading is Power, because reading, when you read a lot of books, you'll be able to speak better English, you'll be able to write good English. Because read as much as you can, any book, any comics, when you read a lot of books, you'll be able to read, become a good English speaker, and also you will be able to write good English. Just to make sure students come and borrow the books and read and understand English, as students spoken and written English during that time became very, very poor. The aim was to make sure every student to borrow the book or the reader to read and improve their spoken and written English as they continue to borrow and read as much as they can. The purpose was to make all students keep busy in reading in compliance with my theme, which is reading is power, during their free times at school, just to improve English. And my objective was, at the end of each schooling year, I wanted to see students borrowing books and reading them becomes a normal practice, and generally to show an indication of improvement in spoken and in written English. I created a form containing the names of the students, the class, male and female, title of the book, and a borrowed and written date. Then I put out notices on the school notice board, and also made an announcement during assembly times and tell them the importance of reading books, and further explained my theme, reading is power, to make sure students to come and read a lot of books as they can. As I've said, the room was a stockroom, meaning books and other equipment such as tools, building materials, paints, school's small generator, all were in the same building. They were together in the room, and to be honest, the post on that side of the room sank halfway during the 2018 earthquake, but the carpenters have supported with a new post. But students continue to come and borrow the books and read them despite the mess in the stock. They really enjoyed, as it was a new idea in that rural high school. And the forms that I've created started to fill up as time goes on in the first time. From there on, students started to come into borrowing the books, especially during lunch hours. They were very interested. Many grade 9 and 10 students borrowed the books. However, the books were all over the room, all mixed up. No proper shelves to locate the books, fiction and non-fiction, atlases, textbooks, and other resource books were not in order. So when they come in to borrow the books, I told them to go and check, select any book that you can be able to read and that you can be able to use them to do your assignment. Borrowing and reading was only done during the lunch hour because I voluntarily taken that initiative purposely to improve students' English. Returning of the books, sometimes I have conducted it in the afternoon before they go home. No one teacher assisted or supported to carry out this activity, not even the school administration proposed to improve any idea or my idea on that topic or on that library, even though library is the key in all schools in Papua New Guinea. But as time goes, or as time went into the second term, I have noticed that a single student borrowed books were more than 6, 7 times. It was an indication of students interested in reading and also calculated that only 48% of the students' population had an interest. But there was no teamwork from the teaching environment, advocacy, even from the board of management. I've witnessed many students were really reading and they were enjoying reading during lunch hours and during other free times. And they started to speak good English when they do that. So upon noticing that every lunch hour, I always used the school speaker and my that PA system of the school to alert students to come and borrow the books and read them the readers borrowed. I repeated every lunch break, every week, and most reluctant students were already tired of hearing me. And even I became a nuisance to them. My colleagues never assisted me even one time to carry out a plan. As we approached third term and fourth term, the students started to decline borrowing and reading and stop from coming to me. But I kept on announcing about borrowing and reading books. The students only coming to return the books as there was no support to advocate my idea financially, and it was not even an extra curricular activity during that time. Even though it is, we only went through the extracurricular activities such as the sports, agriculture, and mainly focused on teaching in the classroom. At the end of the third and beyond the fourth term, no single student was found reading in the school campus or in the school area. And I was also tired of emphasizing it every lunch time because I understood that the books were in mess, no proper shelves to locate the books or to put the books up, and the room was not conducive too. And also, no teacher was there to support me, only the principal for announcing, but not financially. I saw the interest for the students to borrow and read was high during that time. But due to the lack of proper library support from the team, especially my colleague teachers, and the teamwork, I stopped there and came to the school here in University of Koroka last year, 2024. When I carried out the uh, school library policy, which I took voluntarily, it worked out very well. The students showed interest, but there was no support. The books were all over the place. So students started to read the books and never come back to work. And I was exhausted there too. So I left it, even though there are students improving in their reading and spoken English. So if I graduate here in UOG and go back in 2026 in that school, in my school that I came from, first and first, I will make sure write a policy and get endorsed by principal and uh, school board of management about the library, and write a letter seeking funds from the board of management to create the better shelves to put out the library books in the stockroom, and to remove the other materials apart from the books, and also write a letter to the local companies and NGOs asking them for funds or the supplies of books. Organize all the books in order from fiction to non-fiction when I go back, and in their sections for easy access by the students. Ask the school administration and the board of management to appoint any grade 12 leaver or any eligible person in the community around the school to become a librarian under the school's care. And we'll set up the rules and guidelines in the policy statement for all the students and staffs to comply. Insert timeline or the timetable for school library in the normal timetable in library skills as normal, and then we teach as a subject as it is normal. Advise all teachers to advocate in reading books and become a bookworm to read books every time, every now and let it become their practice. And make sure every book is in the right place. All books borrowed and must be written. And make sure the policy must be carried out. If there is finance needs arises, I will also make sure the school assist, the board of management assist to carry out the policy, so that at the end of the year, we want all the students to speak better English and write better English. Thank you for watching.